All right, all right, all right. Easy podcast on the move again, this time around at Bodegas Papiamento, hosted by this great place. Here with my boy Davide
Hello,
Bugatti,
man.
my co-host BCA Club, Business Club Aruba, here to jam about money, relationship, mindset, and everything in between. Davide, how are you,
Beautiful
brother?
place this time, my friend.
Beautiful
New
place.
settings here.
Yes, shout out to Bodega, great brand. I know they're doing great things. It's always helpful when you're penetrating the alcohol market, which is a very tough market to penetrate, to have a great design, great taste,
Different idea, yeah.
different idea,
Distillery in the back.
distillery in the back, mindset, and a great story behind it. But we're not here to plug them in. We are here to make BCA show on the road.
Very cool idea. Welcome back, my friend. Long
Thank
time.
you, thank you.
We have recorded some beautiful segments, and now we are with this new concept on the road. We are gonna see many new places, I'm sure.
I'm sure too. And you know what? As we said, this show is about entrepreneurship. It's about success stories and failures. It's about the drive in people. It's about their mindset. And you know what? It's about managing through this changing economy and changing times and coming up on top.
Yeah, changing epoch. we are entering the renaissance of the capitalism. But yeah, that's a different concept. But yeah, we are exploring a total new way to do business nowadays, and we are here to navigate together.
Navigate it together. Alrighty. So let me start by asking Davide a question that I had in mind for quite some time, but today had a bigger impact. I heard somebody won a big amount of money on the island.
Oof.
A million and a half.
I saw the post.
All right. I
Someone
saw
became millionaire.
somebody
overnight.
became a millionaire. You know, I want to ask you, brother, because we are dealing with money, we're dealing with success, and we're dealing with everything in that. What would you do with $1 million today?
Ooh. Okay, this guy won a million flooring. A little bit different,
Okay.
but it's not the first time that I try to understand and wise up how to use $1 million. But it's a little bit complicated process. But before replying, I would like to know, what would you do with $1 million fresh in the account?
You know, first of all, I think thinking about $1 million should manifest $1 million. I actually have a higher trajectory and a higher mindset than $1 million. I have a feeling $1 million doesn't take you a very long way these days.
No.
And you know, you hear about money everywhere. You hear about people buying cars and houses and crypto is in the sky and everything is booming and people making thousands of dollars. But once a big amount of money come down on you one day, it's a shocker.
Yeah, I mean, it won't change your life, but it would tranquil your routine a little bit.
It would change your lifestyle for maybe a short period of time.
Yes.
What would I do with $1 million? Well, you know, being a family man and somebody that has a bit of experience in business, especially putting money in ventures with success and without, making millions, spending millions, as they say. I want to say this time around, I want to invest on a good future, meaning a passive income future, a good investment future, protection for my family, some money aside for games and fun, but a lot of it to try to build generational wealth. Obviously, $1 million is not enough, but for anybody that's listening and has a potential of making $1 million or 5 million or 10 millions or even more, have the right game plan today.
Very important.
Today.
Very important.
Now imagine that guy that just won $1.5 million going and pick up this big check.
Led, Yeah, definitely.
Let me go buy a car.
Imagine if he doesn't have a financial
Advisor.
knowledge, or doesn't have the same goals that you have, call it like generational wealth, safety. Maybe he just have lifestyle. Maybe he just want
Right.
to show up coolest outside there, and 1 million doesn't last very long.
It doesn't last very
One
long.
car, a couple of vacations, some shopping high end, and you can already go half of it.
All right.
In a month.
So our suggestion these days is do not go for the material things.
Yeah.
Cars, clothes, vacations, anything that is for the outside, try to avoid that.
Yeah, those are the two. You say material, but mostly there are two kind of material. There are material that raise up in value, and material that goes down in value. A car is something that goes down in value
Right.
unless you buy a very specific car
Exactly.
that is a
Prestigious
collection.
enough to
Yes.
collect to keep her worth.
Clothing go down in value. So the material things that worth buying with that kind of money are mostly assets. Assets, what I mean, real estate, because $1 million can buy a $2 million asset. So when you understand a little bit the game, that you say, okay, I come in with 1 million, but I can buy $2 million property, and that $2 million property pay back the $1 million loan, plus it gave me some kind of passive income. That's where kind of going in a different ball game, and you don't need the knowledge, but there are advisors
Yes.
that can show you the concept. You just have to understand it.
You know, this is just a transition because we still want to hear what you're going to do with $1 million. But I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to give you an answer. Because our life is dynamic enough that once $1 million hits your account, first of all, you want to release some of the tension that you build up to that point. If you have some debts, if you have something that you want to pay off, just pay it off and
Maybe
clear
that video
it.
doesn't even enough.
You need the freedom of your mind
Yeah.
to kind of plan ahead. So clear
Create
some
for you.
issues, take a big chunk of it, put in assets that are not deflationary,
Yeah.
right? Making something that would go and make you more money. Crypto is a big thing right now. I don't know if you see it. Bitcoin is
I will
up.
put 20%.
Yes,
Right
yes.
away.
XRP is up. Ethereum is up. So I'm a great believer in that path. New digital money is coming. The world is going to change. So obviously, in that real estate is always a good thing.
Yeah.
So mind the real estate and cash producing businesses.
Yeah.
Somebody just told me buy a laundromat, and you know what? That's an actually
Yeah.
great business.
I would do 20% crypto right away.
Yes,
I would buy a couple of property to fix a wrapper
yes,
right away in Aruba. It's full, and then the leftover in a business that create $1,000 to $3,000 per month.
yep.
So you can live with 5,000 flooring per month passive. You can have the capital gain from the properties, and you can have the crypto market that any day can go
Explode.
crazy.
And I think it's
So,
these days are
yeah.
coming very fast. So leaving money aside for just a second, we want to touch.
Record.
We want to touch.
No audio.
No audio.
Consoles. Okay, okay.
Me and Davide already know we are raw and unedited.
Yeah.
For now, this is
What
what
comes to
we
mind?
do. This is what we do. We want to make sure that we are in line with everything. And you know what?
Yes, double checking is always important.
Always important. And we don't mind, because this is a jam between friends.
Yeah.
We actually should order something from the bar.
If they come to serve, I think they
Yes,
they
and
keep us,
without giving them the shout out right now, because we do want to explore the bodega in depth. We do want to talk to the owners. We want to talk to these creators of this beautiful brand. They have a great lineup, rum, vodka. Not today. Today we're gonna stay sober because I want to jump straight into the next one. Mindset. Can you create $1 million by your mind right now?
if
You don't have them.
As experience, I can tell you 200% yes,
200%. You heard it here.
because I've created. I mean, when people think about million, they people that never did a million think about million as something hard to create. When you understand that a million is not that you have a million in the bank, is in terms of revenue. And there are a lot of business that has created already $1 million business, meaning that they created $1 million revenue. That is mean that if you are alive for 3 years, you have 36 months, you created $30,000 per month. You can sell 3 cars. There are many ways to understand how maths work. The mindset play a game in being comfortable in risk the money that you have to go for the million.
Wow.
That's where the starting mindset is, because everyone maybe start with an idea.
Yep.
They have $1 million idea, they have whatever, but at some point you need to have something to feed your idea. So you can either go to the bank, you can either go to the investor, you can either go to a friend. You need to create a pitch. The mindset is the confidence that you have in the pitch.
Yes. Yes.
If you're not confident while you're pitching someone to allow you to go to the $1 million idea, it's very difficult that the other person jump on board with you.
That's right. That's right.
So you understand where mindset
Yes.
start the falling asleep with the confidence that you're making it, and then there are micro steps around it that support the blossom of it.
This is something that is close to my heart, because I feel that it's easier for you to have confidence when you have passion for the idea. But passion come and go sometime, ideas come and go. I heard a lot of people are trying many times, many ventures. They do not succeed. They fall again and again.
Yeah.
And the mindset of a winner is the one that never give up.
Resilience is
The
part of it,
resilience. So the fact of the matter is, have the right mindset. Keep on trying. Don't be afraid to fail,
Yeah.
because when it hits and it's a home run.
That's the other thing. How you handle failure. That's another mindset characteristic. If at the first failure you surrender, you give up, you start to be victim, you start to cry, you start to live this feeling, you're saying to yourself that you're not the type of person that can go for the million.
Right.
Instead, if when you fail and you realize, okay, how can I do better? How can I come back in the market? How can I sell all the leftover can I have from the failure, and from that leftover coming back and win? That's also when the universe, the situation start to help you. When you see that you're like that, and that's mindset. That's also mindset.
I've never asked you before, brother, but I want to ask you now. Do you feel times are changing? Do you feel mindset of people is changing? Do you feel we're in the same paradigm that we grew up in? Or do you feel, are you optimistic about the future with people and businesses?
Absolutely optimistic.
Wow, that's good.
Absolutely optimistic, and for the fact
I
that
feel,
it's changing.
yes, I feel the wind of change.
For the fact that it's changing towards a more human and spiritual way to make money, because the capitalism in the last 100 years gave us some mentors, some programs, some coaches that taught you how to create media with hustling, suffering, burning out, and that's kind of old school way to make
Yeah.
money. Still working,
Yeah.
but there is a new technology, I would call it, that is mostly creating a so strong mindset and so a strong spirit that at some point when you connect to the energy and you surrender doing the right actions, the things come to you effortlessly. And it seems very weird to say, but
weird,
it's
yeah.
happening. It's
Yeah.
happening all over the world.
Yep.
That there are new ways to connect with wealth.
Yes, yes. I'm a believer these days that we're changing paradigms. We're changing the way we think. I think even changing dimensions. As you said, it's very weird once you go into spirituality. But I feel that age of Aquarius is coming. As they say, no more war, no more deception, no more untruth in life and business. And once you conduct your business from a more cleaner place, a more honest place, I think success is there easier. It comes easier.
Yeah.
And it's more aligned with what you.
Yeah, because at the end it becomes less about money.
Yes.
So success becomes less about the money that accumulate in ways that are not truly aligned, and with maybe you have to create a mask of yourself that is not. You have to create some kind of lies that are trying to bring the clientele and network and audience. While when you come from a truth, honest and purposeful and meaningful,
Right.
at some point that energy will create the business itself.
You're saying things that
Makes sense. I
wait,
mean,
not only that it makes sense, it's actually the motto, as you know, of Easy Podcast. We're not into the monetization, we're into the creation, we're into the service part, we're into supporting and bringing empowerment to other people, or exposure. So monetization can take the back seat, but when you do something from your heart and you provide the service and you bring value out, the money will be there.
yes, so the money it's an energy exchange.
Yes.
It's in bill, coin, credit cards. Why? That's an energy. You have something I like, I take. So if you focus just in the amount of that, there is no much more that you can put on the table. When you just say, you know what, I'm just there to give myself the best out of it, and then at some point, the situation that require that energy, they will contact you. They will connect with you because they feel what you can provide to their purposeful idea as well. Because if we all start to create out of purpose and passion and meaning, at some point we are going to be in this network of people that they create out of the concept of monetization, but because they could start to connect to each other, there is going to be an audience that is okay to participate with a exchange of energy money. So the more you grow into this network, the more you create something that is valuable for this network of new entrepreneurs, light entrepreneurs, as I call them. Then at some point there is going to be an audience that want to connect with the network. At conference, at podcast, events, whichever internet transmission. So in any way, and that's where the future is going. Where the future monetization is going.
I know we're jumping kind of back and forth, but if you don't know, Davide Bugatti is a master of a few professions. I know these days you're juggling a lot of balls in the air. How are you managing to bring everything to your life? I mean, how do you kind of set the music to take some of your time and bring some of your energy over there? The supporting other people in coaching, your business, your family. Do you have a secret? Do you have something that works for you that you can recommend for other people?
The one of the things that it comes to me easier to say, I'm a master in planning. So
Planning is key.
Yeah, I'm a master in planning, and being able to plan to be a master in planning means that through detailed planning, it free me a lot of time.
Yep.
And because when I have a serious plan, the action is just the top of the plan. So this is the planning, and this is the action. So when the planning is right, you don't need a lot of action, and then it free me a lot of time to do the things that I love the most, traveling, coaching. So when you act a lot, but you don't have a nice plan, the action it feels like this. You're everywhere.
Yeah.
You're wasting a lot. You think that you're busy, but actually you're doing a lot of disorganized action. While instead, when you plan properly, then you have a line and a straightforward action, and that saves you a lot of time and
It's more efficient.
efficiency.
Yes.
Planning allow you to have efficient action instead of disorganized action that it was the old school way. I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Right now, hey, I can come. Hey, you have a podcast 2 o'clock? Yeah, I can come. Hey, sorry, it's not 2 o'clock, it's 4. Okay, let me see. Okay, I can come.
Good.
Why? I have a lot of things to do, but because organized, I know how to squeeze everything in the ways that I can still be efficient and productive and still show up for the things that I care the most.
Right, and we appreciate you're here, brother. Actually, yeah, we did drag Davide from a busy day. We changed our time from 2 to 4, but you know what? Maybe your time planning works so well as compared to mine that I don't have a lot of things to do throughout the day, so it's kind of free. But thank you for accommodating. But you know, I love it that we jump back and forth, and this is the way my mind works. But I want to ask you
how
something.
two friends talk about it.
I'm going to ask you something that it's a start to our conversation. Just because my mind thought about it for a minute, I'm going to ask you again, and give me your most humorous answer,
First,
the one that
yes.
just like a gunslinger from your hip.
Bam.
Brother, I'm giving you $1 million. You have to spend them in 1 week. Go.
1 week.
1 week.
You're giving to me on Saturday or on
And
Monday the money?
And you cannot make money from that money. What would you spend it on?
Okay. Right.
Clean it.
Clean it. First thing, I'm gonna buy a Bugatti to my
I
father.
love it. A
I'm
car.
gonna deliver. My father is 74. His name is Bugatti. He had a very family-oriented life. He gave us everything, but he never really
Invested in
indulged in things like I was able to do. Thanks also to what he provided to me. So the first thing, a Bugatti for my. This is a dream that I have here.
You cannot drive a Bugatti on the island. You know that, right? The
No.
roads are
Yeah,
messed up.
no.
But maybe in Italy,
Then of course, my
How much
father
does a
would keep me there
Bugatti?
in garages?
Yeah. How much does a Bugatti cost?
Yeah, you can have also 2 million one, but you can find also around 500, 600, 700. The old model.
You want to tell me I'm giving you a meal, or somebody giving you a meal, and you're putting it on your dad, not even on yourself?
I have a week. I would put it on him right away. If I have to do long term, I'm gonna do things that provide to my kids and family.
Yes.
But if I have to do in 1 week, my dad, because that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Going back to the guy that won the million in the island, and I wish you don't buy a Bugatti. If you want to take care of your dad, listen to the start of the podcast.
And a Bugatti because my name is Bugatti, so his surname is Bugatti. So it would be one of my dreams is to one day drive a Bugatti myself. Rented it. It's $15,000 per day.
Wow.
So if you have a weekend, it's $30K. But just drive it in my old house where my parents live. So arrive in this condo where there are all the families that know me and just say, come down and drive and
You know, because I was asking you because I was thinking about it a few days ago, and you know what?
maybe you can just rent it instead
Yeah,
of
I can
buying
rent
it.
one.
You-
Maybe
that
send him
means-
I
and
will
then use
do a
the other
lease.
970.
But you know, it's not money that goes to waste. I'm asking
Oh,
that
no, it's,
because
they remain there.
we are human beings, and we have our own emotions and drives, and you know, some things we do spur of the moment. I'm thinking about $1 million falls into my lap. What would I do if I just had to just release it to the world as energy? I really don't need much. I'm kind of a simple guy. Yeah, I would want a new car, maybe for the family, you know. But I was thinking about it. Then my gratitude is so higher when I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting $1 million and I don't need to spend it on nothing. I have everything I need. So the happiness.
That's the basic.
The happiness
That's
is
the
there.
basic. That's the basic. Even if you put in the bank.
But if you buy a
6%.
Bugatti, I'll buy one for my mom. And I'll send it to Israel. She'll be the first one in Israel to have a Bugatti.
Wow. Yeah, but my father will keep it there, so it's still an asset. Bugatti is an asset. It's not a decreasing value. But yeah, there are. That's one, and then proper vacation with all my kids, beautiful events, and also maybe to provide some charity and causes. No.
Yep.
That's also fulfilling that need and fulfilling that energy is also very important. And I'm actually in the last 6 months, I'm feeling a lot that part of myself, because one of the exercises I do with the people I coach is to understand how they feel in every area of their life. I call it evaluation wheel. So you have family, friendship, love, relationship, having fun, finance, and things like that. And when I look at it, the contribution, that it's what do I do to actively contribute to other people's life beside my coaching space, and that is something that is lack, and it's coming high on me in this period, and I really want to give. So I started to connect with all the foundation in Aruba, the one for addict, the kids at Casa Cuna, foster houses.
Nice.
So started to contribute even there. Sometimes they don't just need money; they need other things.
Yep.
But that's something that I will overlook for sure. That I will look into. So.
How's your music thing going? DJing
Nice
and
studio will be also great. I didn't think about it because it's a process in action to have a $50,000 studio.
oh wow, and it's going well.
No. The idea is to arrive there, but to do it in one shot is another thing. That buy one thing, one thing, one thing, one thing.
If anybody's watching this podcast, as usual, you're gonna see me and Davide party on the island in a great rave. I have a feeling that we're gonna manifest this great outing, this great crowd of people that coming together, celebrating, into good vibe, good music, good wellness practices all together. I have a feeling it's pulsing in me that it's coming up, and Davide is our go-to guy with great music. How's the yeah? Well,
Sorry, the son of Francis doing it. No, did you hear about it?
I heard about it, and I'm supporting it,
Yeah.
and I'm backing them up with everything that they need. And this is going to be
We're
a
gonna do a
start,
crazy
a
podcast there,
start
man.
of a
Crazy
great,
podcast there.
a few years rave, as I call it. But you know what? The island is going to be hard for them to digest it, but it's a must. I think the island is missing that
Yeah, it needs it.
that music.
All the biggest Caribbean islands, and from Ibiza is not the Caribbean, but San Martin, Mexico with Tulum, Barbados, Bahamas. They have their festival that attract people from outside, but also the kind of people that are happy, spiritual, entrepreneurial, nomads, digital nomads. So the kind of people that support this new wave of entrepreneurship that is coming in the marketplace, and so
Well,
we will bring it to our home, and we
Yes.
show them, we make them our guest.
Yes, a lot of good things are starting from the bodega. A lot of good things are starting from the entrepreneurship spirit behind this great establishment and their ventures.
Yeah.
We always like to plug in and support. And you know what? This is just the first start, first run on outdoor podcast. Guys, as you can see, we are here together, and you know what? We are blessed to have this time to dish out some content and be here to support other people.
Yes.
And in this event, I'm gonna say I'm picking up Davide as my coacher and mentor, because you know what? He's been through the ringers, he's been through the challenges, and for
swamp
me,
them.
yeah, this guy
Smell bad.
is a Navy SEAL as far as for coaching. So Davide, we're gonna do it together.
Thank you for your kind word. Yes, we're gonna do it, and this is something that I truly care about it. To always create more content related to the things that really matter, because right out there is a lot of trash, there is a lot of distraction, and we need to reconnect to the right information, to the right wisdom. There is so much to share. Of course, here we talk about business, but we talk about other many areas that are super important to develop, to connect and become always your best version, higher version of yourself.
We are here on the island. We are so close to you guys. If you're here on the island, if you're outside, you're seeing us, just know there are true people with a great heart and with a great intent to help you and support you. We always start as friends. We never seek clients. Reach out. Know that we love you, everyone, and we are here to support. Last words before we order some drinks? Anything?
I think that you say it all. I don't want to put more words on top of what you say. It's beautiful.
Davide, I want to say thank you for coming again and hosting
Ali.
BCA Club with me. BCA is going to be a brand name on the island one day. We are going to interview together guests that they want to succeed, they tried and failed, they need the support, or they have an advice for other entrepreneurs. We are going to take it to the next level. The next few years are extremely crucial for us to be the backbone of BCA.
Yeah,
So thank you very much for being here, brother.
my pleasure.
I appreciate
See you guys.
Bartender, can we get some 2 Papiamento rum?
No, I don't drink. Water is fine. Coca-Cola. No, I'm okay.
No, it was just...
Oh, you can cut this. This was in